Most people think discipline is about motivation. They think if they just feel inspired enough, if they watch enough videos, read enough quotes, buy the right journal, they'll finally become disciplined. That's not how it works. Discipline has nothing to do with how you feel. It's about doing what needs to be done when you feel like doing absolutely nothing. And here's the thing no one tells you. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not missing some gene that other people have. You just don't have a system. And today, we're going to fix that. If you stay until the end of this video, you're going to walk away with a clear, practical framework for building discipline that actually lasts. Not for a week, not for a month, but permanently. Let's get into it. The truth about discipline. Let me ask you something. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? Or, I just need to feel ready. Or, I'll do it when I'm in the right headspace. We've all been there. But here's the brutal truth. The right headspace is never coming. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are temporary. They come and go like the weather. You cannot build a life on something that disappears the moment things get hard. Discipline is different. Discipline is a structure. It's a set of decisions you made in advance, so your present self never has to negotiate with your weak self in the moment. Think about it this way. When an airplane is on autopilot, the pilot doesn't have to decide which direction to fly every 5 minutes. The system handles it. That's what real discipline looks like. You build the system once, then the system runs you. The problem most people have is that they're trying to use willpower as their fuel. And willpower is one of the most unreliable fuels you can use. It depletes during the day. It weakens under stress. It disappears when you're tired, hungry, or emotional. So stop relying on willpower. Start building structure. Step 1. Remove the choice. The first step to unbreakable discipline is simple. Remove the choice. Let me explain what I mean. Every morning, millions of people wake up and face the same invisible battle. They lie in bed and they negotiate. Should I work out today? Maybe I'll skip just this once. I'll definitely do it tomorrow. I had a long day yesterday. I deserve a break. And by the time they're done negotiating with themselves, they're already lost. Discipline begins where options end. If every morning you have to decide whether to exercise, you're setting yourself up to fail. Because your lazy brain is an excellent warrior. It will always find a good excuse. So what do you do instead? You make the decision once and never revisit it. You don't wake up and decide whether to train. You train at 7 a.m. Period. No debate, no emotion, no conversation with yourself about it. This sounds simple, but it is profoundly powerful. When there is no option to quit, quitting stops being an option. Think about soldiers. Think about surgeons. Think about elite athletes. They don't feel inspired every single day. They don't hop out of bed excited to do what they do. But they show up. Because showing up isn't a choice they make each morning. It's just what they do. So, here's your first assignment is this. Pick one habit you've been struggling with. One. And decide. Not today, not tomorrow, but right now. That it is no longer optional. Lock in the time. Lock in the behavior. Remove the negotiation completely. That's step one. Step two, lower the activation energy. Step two is something most people never think about, but it changes everything. Stop trying to summon more willpower. Instead, make the right action easier than the wrong one. This is called lowering your activation energy. And it's the single most underrated discipline habit that exists. Here's an example. If you want to wake up and go to the gym, but your gym clothes are in a drawer, your shoes are in the closet, your bag isn't packed, and your water bottle is empty, your brain has to overcome 6 obstacles before it can take action. And at 6 a.m., when you're half asleep, that feels impossible. But if your clothes are already laid out, your bag is packed, your bottle is filled, your alarm is set. Now, all you have to do is put on the clothes you can already see. The action hasn't changed, but the friction has. Your environment is either working for you or against you. There's no neutral. So, design your environment for the person you want to be, not the person you were yesterday. Want to eat healthier? Keep the bad food out of the house and keep fruit on the counter. Want to read more? Put the book on your pillow and your phone in another room. Want to work out consistently? Sleep in your gym clothes if you have to. This is not a cheat code. This is strategy. Champions don't rely on heroic effort every day. They design their lives so that the right choice is the path of least resistance. Do the same. Before I get into the third step, the one that I think matters most, I want to tell you about something I built for people like you. I run a free community on Skool. It's a place for people who are serious about discipline, mindset, and actually building the life they keep planning for. Inside, you'll find coaching, frameworks, and a group of people who are doing the work every single day, not just watching videos about it. It's completely free to join. The link is in the description. Go there after this video, put in your email, and you're in. Now, back to the video, because step 3 is where everything clicks together. Step 3, identity over emotion. Now we get to the deepest level, and this one will shift something in you if you really hear it. Most people ask, do I feel like doing this? That's the wrong question. The right question is, what does a disciplined person do right now? And then you do that. This is the shift from emotion-based action to identity-based action. See, every action you take is a vote for who you are. When you skip a workout, you're casting a vote for being someone who quits. When you show up, despite not feeling like it, you're casting a vote for being someone who can be trusted by yourself. And over time, enough votes in one direction, and your identity shifts. You stop saying, I'm trying to be more disciplined. You start saying, I'm the kind of person who gets things done. That shifts, changes everything. Because once discipline becomes part of your identity, you don't need motivation anymore. You don't need to be inspired. Just act in alignment with who you are. Think about someone who has been sober for 10 years. They don't struggle every day with whether to drink. They just don't drink. It's not a decision. It's an identity. you can build the same thing about discipline. But it starts with asking the right question in those hard moments. Not, do I feel like it? But, who am I? And what does that person do? The compound effect of small decisions. Here's something I want you to really sit with. Discipline isn't built in the massive dramatic moments. It's not built the day you run a marathon or stay up all night to finish a project. It's built in the moments no one sees. It's built when you wake up 5 minutes early and you didn't have to. When you put the phone down and get back to work. When you have one less snack than you wanted. When you keep a commitment to yourself, even though no one else would know if you broke it. Those small decisions, the ones that seem like they don't matter, they matter the most. Because they are stacking. Every single day, they are compounding, like interest in a bank account. And 6 months from now, a year from now, 3 years from now, the person who made those small right choices every day will look completely different from the person who didn't. Same starting point, completely different life. The only difference is the small daily decisions that both people thought didn't matter. They do matter. And they are shaping who you become, whether you're paying attention or not. So, let's bring it all together. If you want to build unbreakable discipline, step 1, remove the choice. Lock in your non-negotiables. Stop giving yourself the option to quit. Step 2, lower the activation energy. Design your environment so the right action is the easy action. Prepare in advance. Eliminate friction. Step 3, shift your identity. Stop asking if you feel like it. Start asking what a disciplined person does right now. And then do that. This is not complicated, but it is hard because it requires you to act before you feel ready. And that discomfort, that gap between not wanting to and doing it anyway, that is exactly where discipline is forged. Every rep you do when you don't want to, every page you write when the words aren't flowing, every morning you show up when you could have stayed in bed, that's the work. And the person who does that work consistently, quietly, without applause, that person becomes someone remarkable. Now, if this video gave you something real, I want to give you more. I have a free Skool community. It's built specifically for people who are working on their discipline and their mindset. People who are done with excuses and ready to build something. When you join, you get access to exclusive content, direct coaching, and a community of driven people who will hold you accountable when no one else will. And it costs you nothing. The link is below this video in the description. Click it, join, show up. Because discipline isn't just something you watch videos about. It's something you practice every single day with people who push you forward. I'll see you inside. And if this hit for you, subscribe. Not for me, for you. So the next time you need a reminder, this channel is here. Don't stop here. YouTube has another video lined up for you right now. Keep going, because discipline isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily practice.